Hello, Capricorn. Kia ora koutou katoa. Welcome to my YouTube channel, and thank you so much. Thank you. Something. Anyway, thank you so much for tuning into my videos and my channel, and and listening to the reads, watching the reads. I do appreciate that you're supporting that way. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, I invite you to do that now, during or after the video. And please leave me a comment or a thumbs up if this resonates with you. Always curious to see how it works out for people, even if it's like straight away or a little bit later, blah blah blah, whatever, but anyway, just let me know if you get the chance to do that. So that would be much appreciated. So this is for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and or Venus. So check out what your other signs are saying if this isn't really fully resonating with you at the at the moment, but I'm saying that it may be because it's not come about yet, which is why it's not resonating. It could be it's that resonating with you. And, oh my God, there's something going on at the moment. It's like getting the words out at the moment. It's like far out. So there may be a little bit of interference there or distraction or something there, but it could be like, I feel like a lot of things may be on your mind, which is going on about, should I, shouldn't I, where, this way, that way, who, what, where, when, and all that sort of thing, and pulling something together or plans together in order to, to get a job done or go in a specific direction in your life, or just understanding some information and how you can, or research, and how you can apply it, with certain things in your life. There's a few things that are going on, which are kind of like unsettled at the moment, maybe. Anyway, I just like talking about that, so I'm just going to shuffle along around here a little bit more. So yeah, if it's not resonating with you, then do please check out one of your other signs, and because what will happen will give you a bit more of a fuller overview of what could be going on with you at the moment. So I've just now looking at my camera, so it's on a little bit of an angle, so excuse me if it's a little bit of an angle with you. So I'm just going to keep going. So something may be on the slope, either down or up. So either way, it's like, however, I feel like there may be something that's coming up that we're like finding a balance in your life, finding a balance in the way that you're thinking about things. It may be that you are needing to like shift your perspective or perception about something, or or your vision about something, in the sense so you're able to see something come through, feel something come through, and it maybe, I feel like some of you, it may be there's a sense of I hear like acceptance here, and releasing the need to control something, or being in control of everything or something or anything at the moment, because it's like there's something, because I feel like like there's for a good amount of you, maybe that there's something that's out of your control, that you, to a certain degree, about within a certain in somewhere in your life, and it may be like it's just stressing you out and affecting other areas of your life. So there is a bit of a quandary, the feeling that I'm getting. So this is kind of come up with for in some of the other reads as well, but I do feel like that's like there's something that this too will pass, is what is the energy. So it's kind of shifting and opening up your mind to what else is possible in life, and and with life, and how you can navigate your way around things and mitigate this, and make changes, and declutter this and bring in this, and or whatever it is, and release. You either release, relationships that serve you no purpose, for your highest good, and all that sort of thing, and releasing old thoughts, ideas, and things like that that are not serving you any for your highest good. Now, and for some of you it may never have, but that's for you to like discern for you on your journey. So anyway, the first card, so I'm using the cards here, the angel cards today. They wanted to pop out this week or this mid-October 2021, and I'm using the Collective Angels deck this today. So letter is the first card that's come out, rising, cheek, and contact. So there may be a letter that you may be needing to write, or there may be a letter for some of you that you may be receiving. So There is definitely something about rising energy, probably rising temperature I'm hearing, because I'm hearing temperature. So don't let yourself get too, caught up in something, or just be mindful about you don't get too heated up about something, because I'm hearing temperature rising. So, and I'm feeling it's maybe within you about something in your life at the moment, or going around at the moment. Maybe to do with someone, something happening in your world at the moment, but it could be something, just like in your family, I'm hearing for some of you. And I'm hearing, because here's cheek, the word cheek. So it may be I'm hearing for some of you, it's about turning the other cheek, especially if something has been super directed at you. And it's and I'm hearing there's something that may be out of your control. So it's kind of like there is something about decisions being made, and that sort of thing. And it may have maybe not worked out in the way that you had hoped it would work out, or somebody has looked and misunderstood something that you said, and sometimes other people have their own perceptions and perspectives about things. So I feel like they're just saying, don't let yourself get too caught up in it. Take notice, process it, and take what is yours, leave what is not, and process that, and then release it. Okay, find out what it is. So anyway, the letter here, the last one is contact. So you may receive some sort of contact from someone, and when I say someone, it could be either here in the physical, or someone over in the other side that you've been wanting to make contact with, as far as some information. And I'm hearing what shall I do? Where shall I go? Or what the hell is going on? So you may be talking to God, as for some of you, and it's and I'm saying that with whatever is going on that is in your life at the moment, around decision making, really, with a lot of people, in energies. Okay, so the King of Cups. So you may have a water sign that's in your life. I feel like this letter that comes actually helps you to settle and be more in your space, be more clearer in the way that you're thinking, feeling, sensing things at the moment. And I feel like some of you may have been expecting a letter, but for some of you, I don't feel like it's going to, not all of you, the letter, some of you, the letter is going to be okay, I kind of expected this, or this kind of. So it may not be exactly what you want, but I feel like you're in a calmer, centered space, in this, got your shit together basically, and you're not going to let yourself get caught up in the drama of things. So it's you're knowing when to pull your energy back, or you're knowing when to let your energy, to move with it, or whatever, with whatever is going on. So, but I feel on an emotional level, it's you've not so much, you've not so much disconnected, but you've disconnected from the drama from it basically, which is what you were pulled you in the first place. But I do feel like you've healed a certain amount, you've come to a certain understanding or acceptance that there is that it is what it is. There's nothing more than that you can do in the sense what you can on a physical level, but it's on an energetic level. It's there's a sense of sending out more, of being the observer rather than the observing from far or near, rather than getting caught up in it, because you're starting to see where the cracks are, you could say, and the links are as to how things could turn out better or differently. Okay, wow. So then we're going to move into this one here, the Three of Swords with the Rising card. And it's I'm feeling rising sign. There's something rising, energy rising, temperature rising. The Three of Swords here, there's something that this is shifting. There may be something moving that you haven't taken notice of. That's a broken heart or a disappointment in some way. So there could be also the death of something, which is that broken heart. It's you releasing that from that. So whatever is rising, is making you annoyed or frustrated, with if it's that is what you. But I feel also for some of you it is that releasing that. but some of you, for this letter, it may rise up new questions from about a disappointment that is happening like right now or in the past, or has got something to do with right now. So moving into the future. But there is something there with, you know, some sort of real, but I feel like something there, it's like you, this letter will bring, in some ways for some of you, bring a, maybe a little bit more disappointment in that nothing is super settled, or there's something around that. But I'm just hearing, well, it's not quite what you wanted to really hear, but on saying that, it gives you a little bit more, I guess, clarity and a bit more closure, but a bit more direction as well as where to from here, basically. So while your temperature may rise, it's raising or rising. There are new questions and new things rising out from that, because it means, you know, there's a sense of closure I'm feeling with this death or this transition I'm hearing, because that's something coming to an end. It's like there is like, okay, I get that now, and it's just like, yeah, so you're addressing something. The cheek here, like that's something about, you know, turning the other cheek in a way. There's the Magician here as well underneath the cheek, so there's something about, you know, giving a little bit of cheek and not overthinking things, as making things, you know, like bringing, you know, making things any worse than what they are. We have the Magician here because he's here to, like, you know, create magic. So this is about shifting that energy with this cheek, and that's what they mean about that. And you have all the tools there within you to be able to shift the energy, shift the work, whatever it is, into something that is like, that can bring something to an end, especially with the way that you're thinking with, because these are like, in a way, like the swords is, I mean, not the swords, like the wands, there's an overburden, or there's an overthinking, or there's an over, you know, something like you're over it, basically, because it's like, so it's like there's this needing to release that. So the 10 is kind of like in a transitionary period where you've got all this information, basically, and you've communicated as much as you could, but it's like doing your head in. So there's a sense of like just letting it go or releasing it. So with this one here, and the Magician is saying you've got all the tools to help you through that. Like, for some of you, that may be like a sense of meditation. Others of you, you know, it may be to do with finances, you know, quietening the mind, and your emotions, but also, you know, in taking action. But there's a whole lot of, because I'm just drawing here, like these are all the tools. You've got all the tools there to turn something else into something. So it's like, you know, you may be like getting strapped to push, or pushed and pulled to go one way, and you may be thinking with a friggin' cheek of it, but what Spirit is saying is like, you know, and with whatever is disappointing there, it's like, okay, I need to go, this is which way I'm going to go. Okay, so there's a sense of magic in there in a way, but you may feel like there's you may get some contact from someone, or reach out to someone and contact someone who can help you as you're going further into this process of change, of shift, basically. But it's like, I'm kind of feeling like burying the hatchet in a way. It's like, you know what, it's like being like a bit pushy-pulley. But the 10 of Swords here is like, you know, it's just like getting out of your head, letting it go. It's old shit. It's not good. It's not going to serve you. So let's just move on. And I feel like you get to that point, and then it's like, okay, who do I need to contact? What do I need to do? Who do I, you know, but I do feel like there's somebody that may contact you to ask for your support or help, or, you know, in some way or form, and ask you for some questions. So it could be either way for some of you. Let's see what is clarified here. Clarified a little bit more. Gosh, I don't know what those dogs are blinking barking about. So there's obviously a lot of, like, for some of you, what I'm hearing, like, oh, cool, there's a turning point, okay, with the Pentacles. So there, whatever this letter is, or this, that you're writing, that you're sending, or that you're writing, or somebody is sending to you, there is, you know, there's a turning point. And the fact that the Pentacles is there may probably have, for a lot of you, something to do with the finances or something. So there's like, I'm feeling like that, so there's a little bit of hope there, or a lot of hope, depending. But I feel like with your health, energy levels, as well as with family and your financial stability. So there's quite a bit of stuff going on. Sounds like there's quite a bit of stuff going on in the house or out the front. Okay, the Three of Pentacles. So, okay, so it's like there's something like, you know, moving. There's an idea, a project. There's something moving forward and like giving you a little bit more, like bringing it together. And I feel like, okay, there's 3 steps that are there. Continue with that. You've got the idea. You've started something. So there's something about keeping on moving, even though there's this disappointment there. I feel like because this has come over the top of the disappointment, it's like, it's, you know, this is like above, over, and all that. You've got something that's in the making. Is basically the 7 is like turning something around and turning it into your favor with this. So we'll see what comes up. This is really cool. It's awesome because something is turning around. At the moment, we are coming up to a full moon energy, and today is Tuesday, the 19th of October 2021, and the full moon is on Thursday, the 21st. So, oh my God, there's the Pentacles. See, something is moving. You know, you've got something moving. You've cultivated something. You've begun something, because he's ready to move. Take something on, basically, and with the Magician behind him, and you're just letting you know that you've got all the tools. So whatever you've started creating on a financial level, or this idea that you've got to like switch you around, to turn you around, it's all there. It's just continuing with it. So I mean, the Knight of Pentacles is not like a fast-moving energy or fast-moving knight, but on saying that, he's ready and he's grounded in his truth and his honor, and he's like got that vision of where he's going, no matter what. Because I mean, he's in the bush. Well, in the Ngāhere, he's on a track. There's a branch there. There could be obstacles there, so that's not blocking his way, but it may be slowing him down. However, you've got all the tools there, so just keep going. And you've got that 3 of Pentacles there, but you've got the 7. So you're at a turning point, and maybe you're at this phase where you got so far, and it's like it's slowed down, but next, you know, carry on. I totally get that. So for myself too. So I mean, I haven't got Capricorn in my chart, but this kind of resonates with me. Anyway, we go in here. Oh my God, you got the 8 of Pentacles here. So there may be something that is, you know, like there may be a new skill. This generally talks about, you know, a now card. So it's like just, and I feel like, you know, either using those skills that you have, which are here, and to help you to like produce an income and create an income for you. It could be that you're learning new skills to create this new income, or learning more skills to upskill yourself with what you already know, so you can go in a different direction with whatever your business, your work is, to help you bring in this, you know, this energy, this work that is happening here, that you're wanting to do. So it may be like, it may not necessarily be around the financial side of things, but I feel like for a good portion of yous out there, it's probably likely to be that. But of course, it's going to probably affect your health, your family, and, you know, the way that you have the foundations that you've built for you already, or if you are already building on them, and creating the family and the you know, where they're going, creating the family. But also there is something there. Okay, I'm just going to wait for them to help me word it, because it's like I can't quite hear it, but there's maybe something where it's kind of like been a little patch where you've had a bit of a stalemate or a still session part, and you question something. But I feel like this is part of that question is coming out like, yep, I've got something, but I think I'll just run with that, and knowing that actually this could be really good. So like I say, this could be something to do with health and the way that things are moving, like started something and you may be moving through some sort of regime, and towards something better, where there is learning something new. There may be something new that's coming to help you with your health condition. It could be to do, you know, and it may be not so much a health condition. It may be like with the way that you are lifting and raising your energy, as in, you know, losing inches, or whatever it is, gaining weight, losing weight, whatever, or inches. It's kind of like this is going to be separate for everybody, but there's something about, you know, bringing it together. Something that's about learning something new, and also it could be about learning about, you know, clearing your heart, your chakras as well, or your energy field, in order for you to be able to move through some situations that have been quite physically and energetically spiritually and soulfully, like energy zapping as well. So, but it's like they're just turning that around as well, and and lifting and raising your vibration. So that is a really there's some really cool stuff there, really positive stuff. I feel like that's the main thing that the angels and spirit and your guides and the energy of Capricorn would like to tell you. Just say to you, just this too will pass. It's kind of like there are some adjustments that are required, and I feel like for some of them it's like you've kind of just been waiting for an excuse in a way, and to push you, shove you, challenge you, draw you to something. But I feel like for a lot of yous and or a lot of us, there's been a pull towards something that is like going to lift our hearts, to take our hearts, our minds, our bodies, our whatever it is, on mind, body, spirit and soul in a different path, or on not fully but parts of us, for all of us. So some of us it's going to be on a whole different path, others of us it's going to be something similar-ish, and plus and as well. So Archangel Michael would like to say, do what you can to help others. The rest is up to them. So there may be a sense of with helping others as well, and you may be seeing that as the people helping you, and I feel like because there's a mirror effect there. I'm saying, so some of yous are helping others, but it's like remembering that sometimes we can use up a little bit more energy, trying harder to try and shift their mindset, to move in a specific, to help themselves basically, but other times, and I feel like for some of you that's the mirror side is coming back and showing you what you need to do for you as well. Okay. And it may be somebody that is actually helping you to like shift past something, and it's now time for you to take the reins, because the full moon is about responsibility to the end is the theme around it on the calendar that I have. There'll be something similar on other calendars that people say, which is probably just worded in a different way, but it's like I feel like there is maybe a sense of duty for you, that you may be feeling to commit to something, or complete something that you've committed to, or moving, or a commitment or responsibility to shift this way, shift that way, declutter that, bring in that, or whatever, make these adjustments for you, in you and your family, you and your health, you and whatever it is for you, or you and your energy levels, but in the wider perspective. But I feel like there's talking about, this is all about you basically, because look at it as Pentacles. So you, whatever you can to shift things for you. Beautiful. Nice. Anyway, I am going to leave that there with you now, Capricorn, with lots of love, peace, harmony, joy, excitement and adventure, across all time, space and dimensions. So I've lit the sage here, and it's been lighting through all the readings that I've done to help set the energy, clear some energy, then to like reset the energy, or set the energy. I like to say set, not reset, because I don't want to go reset anything from people before. I want to clear it and set a new pathway or a new energy, so I can create again, or whatever it is, do whatever it is that I need to do, with a new energy, or an energy that is settled basically. Okay, depending on which way you're looking for that. Okay, because it's not just about what I call it, clearing negative energy. It could be like, it can, with sage, just, I don't know why I'm talking about this, but it clears positive energy too. So it depends on where your mindset is, or where your intention is with that. So I would, when I do clearings, of course I'm going to be, my intention is to clear the energy from the last reading with whatever my clients is, whether it be negative or positive, because it doesn't really matter, to set the energy for the next client. But in this case, it's the next reads basically for each star sign. Okay, there we go. So I feel like this is in a way a set or a reset for you, in your life, in a way, if you could, in a way. basically. You could look at it like that, which is kind of exciting, really, if you look at it like that. That's up to you. Anyway, bye for now. I will have the November reads coming up for you probably in the next fortnight, obviously before November, and well, that's my intention. And anyway, we'll leave you, and I'll see you then. Okay, bye. Kia ora.